think it's over there because I just printed all the message. I printed all the That was also what I was thinking. I don't know anymore what I did. With him that you will give it back to me. You will use it to do other things. Don't raise yours. I want to fix this. I also want a souvenir. More and more, humans are also English. One on what? On WhatsApp. I don't know why.
Translate what I was saying. Yeah, that'll work for me.
I have no cola.
He was very dangerous.
That's
deserves the rest. He deserves but also, I do everything. I classify, I make during the day.
Reserve referee. That's only
It's a toilet. It's a toilet. But it's
with lovely live shots over the beautiful looking Korsør, Denmark. We are just about to get ready for match 2 of this first day of the playoffs, the European Championships. We're just about getting underway with the team presentations here. The matchup, Spain versus Finland. We are trying to figure out who will play Switzerland for the 5th position game, and who will have to make do with a matchup against Belgium for the 7th place playoff game.
We have the referees Massimo Dato, Konrad Lenore, and Davor Maticevic.
you know which place is going to come out? No.
And now for the Spanish national anthem. Please stand up if you're ready. And now for the Finnish national anthem.
Short but sweet, the Finnish national anthem. the two teams wishing each other a good game. We are in the lower bracket of the playoffs. These teams have been eliminated from contention of winning the actual European Championship. We are trying to decide which of the 4 lower-ranked teams will finish 5th behind the 4 semifinalists. Earlier this morning, we saw Switzerland defeat Belgium in their matchup. A clear 12-2 win for the Swiss. And so now we are left with Spain versus Finland. Quite different experiences for the two teams so far in the tournament. The Spains have been on the receiving end of 3 quite clear defeats. It's, I think, safe to say, probably averaging about 20 or so goals against per game. Besides being a young and still relatively inexperienced team, they had the misfortune of being drawn against a terribly tough group: the Netherlands, Germany, and Switzerland. And the way that group shook out was all the teams were really motivated to run up the score on the Spanish. So it's been a tough going so far. On the other side, we have Finland, who have been very competitive in all their games. Played the Italians fairly close, especially in the second half when they made a couple of lineup changes and really started pressuring the Italians, who were substantial favorites for that game. Then they almost upset the Danes, the reigning world champions and hosts of the tournament. Were in trouble for a long time during that game and only able to eke out a victory. 10-9, I think, the final score. And then when we all thought, well, Finland, wow, making a little noise here. They could be in line for that 5th position. They went ahead and were only able to get a draw against lowly ranked Belgium. So that was a bit of a puzzling result yesterday. 7-7, the score of that game. So I'm not quite sure what to make of this Finnish team. Guess we'll be able to glean some information after this game. So don't count out the Spanish. The Finns have shown a tendency to play to the level of their opponents, and maybe Badia and company will be able to steal a result here. The starting lineup for Spain is a familiar one. Asier Sanchez, number 9. It's number 7, Sara Granada. It's Miguel Fernandez. And the captain and main playmaker, Rocha Badia. And of course, I call him the spinning Spaniard, the goalkeeper, Mikel Villanueva. Just figuring out a few details. Maybe there's been a small oil spill in one of the goal areas there. That does happen from time to time, these chairs. And it can be oddly difficult to figure out who is actually leaking, because the activity is so great. Starting lineup for Finland. They'll start in possession here. It's Jesse Mursu playmaking for them. It's Jasmi Ahonen, and her brother, goalkeeper Atso Ahonen. I'll try to keep those two names straight. It's a young up-and-coming player, Walter Östergaard, alongside veteran Sami Ojola, who's in possession now. So the Finns, perhaps a little confident that they are going to win this game. We'll start with, here's Sanchez. Back the other way, 1-on-1 with Ahonen. A shot, just wide. Oh, a quick scare here for the Finns, as Sanchez were able to, first of all, block the shot and then play the counter-attack. Just to finish the point on this. Oh, there's Sanchez with the backhand shot. A save by Ahonen that time. So frisky start for the Spain side here. Oyala. Can the Spanish tighten up their defense? That's going to be the big question here. That's a shot from Oyala. And it's partially blocked by Villanueva and Sanchez. Villanueva calmly collects the ball before it can cross the line. We'll have a goal ball here, I'm sure. So the Finns maybe a little overconfident here. They have chosen to start off the game with their main goal-scoring threat, Kasper Vuorunen, on the bench. Vuorunen has been a revelation during this tournament, and in particular, he drove the Danish defense crazy. I think scoring 7 or 8 goals in that 10-9 defeat. Really a fantastic performance by Vuorunen. Instead, it's Oyala who will get the start here. Here he is. So an early dynamic developing here. It's Oyala and Mursu looking for cracks in the Spanish defense, and the Spanish look to force a steal or block a shot and go out on the counter-attack. Sanchez always seeking contact. We saw him crash quite badly. Was it yesterday morning, I think? Slamming to the floor in a really, now that we know he's all right, we can enjoy the slow motion shots of his crash where he slams to the floor. Here's a tackle. The goal is moved. I think it'll be a Spanish ball. It will indeed. The goal will have to be moved back into place. Referee Dotto. In a long discussion with Villanueva, the goalkeeper. Or a long explanation, perhaps. Either of the two seeming too animated. Oyala whiffs on the backdoor attempt. Oyala with a shot, but it's blocked by two Spanish defenders, Granada and Padilla in combination. Padilla will leave it to Sanchez. A departure from what we've seen from Spain so far. Often seeking to have Padilla initiate the offense. Instead, he receives a pass in post position. Here's a call by referee Lenoir. Not a lot of contact there, but a tight whistle here early. Ojala. Shot from Ojala. Oh, and it bounces around. I think ultimately the ball went in off of Padilla, perhaps. So the shot from Ojala, only Villanueva only able to block it, and you see here the rebound hits off of Padilla's wheel there, and sort of trickles into the net over on the back post. So a little bit of a fortunate goal there for Finland, but I guess they have been in possession a lot and sort of throwing a lot of shots on goal. And ultimately, at some point, one of those shots is going to find their way to the net. Here's a shot from Padilla, but it's blocked by Östergaard. Padilla will collect the loose ball. So a 2-2 formation defensively for Finland, with Ahonen here up top. Padilla, a shot. He whiffs on it, and it's a high ball. A little bit of an unforced error there for young Padilla. The fight for position starts immediately. And in particular, Fernandez and Ahonen on the left-hand side of the Spanish formation. Ooh, Sanchez steals it from Ojala. But Östergaard able to collect. Talented player, young Östergaard, who really has been thrown out into the deep end during this tournament. Ojala here. Up to Mursu, who was checked by Granada. Here's Ojala with a shot blocked by Villanueva. Östergaard back to Mursu. Ojala mishandles the ball. Granada goes for the steal, but the pass all the way across the crease. Ahonen had a look at it on the backside. But the Spanish escape unharmed. Ojala in reverse. Around the net, looks for Mursu, but I think Mursu has had his stick caught in all the traffic there in front. Couldn't quite get to a shooting position. Granada, an active defender on Ojala. Ahonen comes all the way up from his goal and partakes in the blocking scheme, and there it is. Ojala finally finds a gap underneath Villanueva. Through the 5-hole then. That gap between the front wheel of the chair and the stick. There we go. So a 2-goal lead for Finland. Padilla building up. Here's a shot. It's pops up high into the air. The goal wouldn't have counted if it had gone in. Now that it didn't play on. Oy! Shot from Ojala, but nice save by Villanueva. except for a couple of counterattacks. It has been on all Finland so far. Villanueva far out of his crease. A nice job, aggressive goalkeeping. And we'll have a goal ball, Spanish possession. So part one on the plan for Spain. It's a partial success, keep the score close. Now they'll have to work on making their way back. Padilla gets a little space here. The referee thinks Padilla crashed into Ahonen and not the other way around. I tend to agree with the referee here. It's that 1-0 goal that ricocheted off Padilla. Up on two wheels at that time was Oyala. Here he is again. Trying to stress the defense, bring defenders out of position. He may have succeeded now, although Padilla is allowed to take up his spot in the center of. There's a pretty big gap around Östergaard here on the left-hand side for the Finns. There's a shot. It's blocked by Sanchez. Oh, now Villanueva is caught outside of his goal, and he won't be able to reach this one. Not the first time this week we have seen Villanueva be a little bit aggressive. Now he's having an argument with Conrad Lenoir, the referee behind the nets. And finally, Spain is awarded their timeout. So 3-0 the score. Here's that foul on Padilla. Tend to agree with the referee that Ahonen was in pretty good position there. Although Casado in the background doesn't agree. And sometimes I think it's fair to say that if there's any doubt who was the offending party, I think the blame is often placed on the player that's in the reverse, which is considered more dangerous than forwards. The main source of doubt in terms of lineups from Spain, it's I think Garcia Sanchez versus Antonio Rodriguez on the bench. This has clearly been the Spanish favorite lineup, or at least in terms of hand sticks. Their two favorite hand sticks, Sanchez and Padilla. If Spain is to change up the game from the bench, it would be through Rodriguez, I'm sure. He's sort of leaned back in his chair right now. Doesn't look like one who's about to be subbed in. So here's Padilla. Shot. Blocked by Östergaard, who's really improved his defense. I mean, you can almost see the improvement throughout the week here. Started out struggling with positioning, but now already a much more disciplined defender. It's clear he's been taught some lessons here and is rapidly improving. Mursu, one of the veterans, back the other way. Loses the ball briefly to Ahonen. Will get a foul against Sanchez. Arguing, squabbling. Sanchez, a tough player to officiate. Constantly instigating. He and Mursu in a duel. Finally, Sanchez escapes and he and Badia would switch positions. Now Spain with Fernandez in the middle. Not the optimal positioning for them. Oyala muscles his way around Badia. Sanchez is there though, but he can't stop the pass to Mursu. The Finns will reset. Oyala dispossessed by Badia, but the loose ball falls to Mursu, as it so often does. Loose balls are more likely to be recovered by the offensive team. Granada and Badia bringing some pressure to Mursu. Oyala now. Nice pass from Mursu to Oyala. Over to Østergaard. Backhand blocked by Fernandez. Østergaard steals it from Granada. Granada back into it. And she moves the board slightly, and it's a free ball for Finland. Referees have brought a tight whistle to this game. Zoyala. Badia. Back the other way. Can he find a shot? It's saved by Ahonen. Whoa, a penalty is called. What happened there? I guess one of the Finnish players crossed into the crease. The Finnish players can't believe it. Østergaard perhaps the guilty party. The Finns will have to accept the call. What's done is done. Executing the penalty will be Sanchez against the veteran goalkeeper Atso Ahonen. Sanchez, Ahonen, Sanchez. Shot and a score. Maybe this is the shot in the arm the Spanish needed. It's covered relatively well by Ahonen, but he just can't make it to the post there. Great stuff from Sanchez. And we'll have a technical timeout for adjusting the headrest of Villanueva. Another argument here now between the Spanish players and Conrad Lenoir, the referee. So the Finns have made the change. In has come their top scorer, Kasper Vuoronen, instead of Ojala. Vuoronen, an incredibly talented player who has shown great improvements. And really turned into a superstar. Double pass here from Vuoronen to Moore, so back to Vuoronen. Round the net goes Kasper. A foul call on Badia. Excuse me, on Vuoronen. So here's the penalty situation. Was Östergaard in the crease there, really? Whew, looks close to me. Can't been by much. Can't have been by much. But even a little is enough. Here's Badia. A shot and a score! Beautiful move by the Spanish captain here. Had my voice cracking. It has been a long week and the vocal cords are feeling it. So Spain pulls two back. Maybe that penalty was just what they needed to get going, a shot of confidence. Wow. How did he find a gap here, Badia? Yeah, it's underneath the stick of Östergaard. Vuoronen now, one-on-one with Fernandez. Vuoronen with a great shot. So you see there, good save by Villanueva and a high ball. Nice save there by Villanueva from on the shot from Östergaard. Excuse me, Vuoronen. It was off a Spanish stick, the high ball. So free ball for Finland. Vuoronen taking up position in the wide area. Maybe looking for a one-timer shot here. What's going on here? Referee Dotto with some instructions to the Spanish team. This has gone on for a while now. Badia nods his head and now Vuoronen will get a talking to from Headmaster Dotto. Vuoronen look for the quick shot here. No, he doubles back. Nice move by Vuoronen, but a great save by Villanueva. He'll hold on for a goal ball. And a timeout has been called. Oh, it was Vuoronen who broke his stick. Again, we've seen, I think, 5 or 6 broken sticks already in this tournament. Maybe sticks are getting too light nowadays. Huge improvements have been made over the years in manufacturing. Here's Muoso, and Vuoronen. Oh, Villanueva way out of his crease. He wisely, I think, fouls a Finnish player. Here's the move by Vuoronen and then the save from Villanueva. So Vuoronen will have another crack at it. Hasn't quite been able to recreate his magical game he had against Denmark when it seemed that every single shot was going in goal. Nice pass up to Muoso, but he can't connect. Up. Here's Jasmi Ahonen. That'll count double. At least I think so. That's what it looked like to me, that Ahonen sent the ball in off the post on the rebound there. The Finns only credited with 1 goal. So maybe I was... Here's the pass up to Muoso. It's Badia. It's an old goal from Badia instead. I see. Yeah, Badia there trying to tried to pull the ball back. Instead, he tapped it home for the Finns. Muoso. Harassed by Granada. There's really no other word for it when Granada goes against you. A free ball for the Spanish. On the delay, I think it was the referee let them play out the advantage, but as the shot was blocked. Here's Badia. Takes a shot. It's blocked by some combination of Östergaard and Ahonen. Vuoronen. Nice move by Vuoronen in the midcourt. Shot and a save by Villanueva. Ahonen could almost put in the rebound, but Villanueva able to spin around and keep out the rebound. Muoso. Vuoronen ready for it up top if they can find a pass. Here's Östergaard, meanwhile. I think the ball may be stuck under Villanueva. We'll get a goal ball or a face-off. Goal ball is called eventually. So Spain will take over. A goal here before the half for Spain would do nicely. Nice try by Badia, but blocked by Muoso. And here we have Muoso back the other way. Someone has dropped his stick. I think it's Fernandez. That's a loose stick at midcourt. Fernandez will need a technical timeout. think Fernandez is one of those players who wear a small brace around his wrist to make sure he doesn't drop the stick. Meanwhile, we have an issue with one of the goals off camera here. There's one of those plastic zip tie things keeping the net taut on top of the Spanish goal, and I think one of them has snapped. So once again, a small delay as we'll get the goal fixed. I think the major problem is that the zip tie was hanging down in front of the net. Potentially, that could save a ball from going in, I guess. With it removed. All of a sudden, right off the free ball, the Finn scorer. I'm afraid I was too captivated by the trumpeter there from Spain. Yeah, too bad we didn't catch that. We apologize, of course, but that won't change the fact that the Finns go up 5-2. A shame for the Spanish. who were hoping to make it 4-3 instead, and maybe a 1-goal difference going into the half. Instead, they'll have to deal with a 3-goal deficit. Of course, not what you want. Might it be 4 from Vuoronen here? Oh, he tries to fit it past the Mursel, but Padilla was all over it. Granada and Sanchez crashes into each other. Vuoronen, the loose ball around the net. Villanueva once again leaving his crease and tapping the boards for a free ball for Finland. There we have the goal. I think Villanueva will be disappointed with that one. He got his stick bent in the process. Way out of shape now. Oy. Once again, the Finns gets a shot on goal, and it sort of bounces around in front and somehow finds its way into the net. That is the downside from sitting as deep as the Spanish have. You get so many shots against you that at some point one of them is going to be able to find its way to the net. Tough task for Villanueva to receive all these shots without giving up a dangerous rebound or something like that. Finally, time's run out. Time runs out in the first half. So here at the end, disappointing for Spain. They were in pretty close. It was 4-2 with 2 minutes left. So here's the last goal from Vuoronen. So the ball bounces high up onto the hip of Villanueva there, and it trickles in. Again, little hot luck there for the Spanish, but you do live life dangerously when you give up those types of shots. And in fairness, it was a pretty big chance for Vuorinen, who almost missed it, really. He had half the goal open to him. Team Spain electing to stay in the arena for their halftime team talks, whereas the Finns are off to the locker rooms. With 2 minutes left of this half, it was 4-2, and Padilla had a nice shot at making it 4-3. Instead, it's 6-2 now, and this game is almost out of reach for the Spanish. Oh man, they're working hard on Villanueva's stick there that he got bent trying to defend the one of the last goals there by Vuorinen. In fact, it was the quick one there off the free ball. I think they're going to need a bigger hammer. Oriola, this was the opening moments of the first half. Oh, Sanchez, the shot just wide. Nice job by Ahonen. Here, I think, is where the zip tie broke as Sanchez runs into Oriola, who runs into the net, who runs into Villanueva.
When the referees are coming back, they're going to check it here.
Yeah, again, one of those bouncing shot that finds its way to the net. The Finns have had good fortune with these. 2 or 3 of those in the first half. It's been a frustrating first half for Padilla. Look at Casado in the background. Villanueva leaves his crease, and sometimes there's a price to pay for this. Just to go with an opening, but covered off by Fernandez. Yeah, Padilla pokes at it. It's called a penalty shot for Spain. One of Spain's 2 goals. This finished by Sanchez. And almost immediately after this score, Spain came back with another one to make it 3-2. It seemed they had momentum then. It's Padilla with a shot from outside underneath the stick of Østergaard. Here's a better angle. Not a lot of space left by Østergaard and Ahonen, but Padilla found it. That forced the Finnish to change their lineup. In came Vuorinen, and you can see here the stick is broken. And here's Padilla trying to get the rebound, but it somehow sneaks in. Mishandled by the Spanish captain. So again, I think the Finns have been slightly fortunate to be up by 4 so far. They've had a lot of stuff go their way around the net. Here's Ahonen, who were close to finishing. Right off the tee, Mursu Vuoronen, goal. That was after a long delay, remember, referee Dotto speaking to both teams for a while, and I think maybe in that confusion, Granada and Villanueva lost track of Vuoronen, who had taken up position wide. Here, wide open chance for Vuoronen, who almost misses it. It's off the crossbar, but somehow bounces around and hits Villanueva for the 6-2 score. Ahonen has played her way onto the squad. Didn't make the starting lineup for the Finns game against Italy. I think if the Finnish coaches could have that game back, that first half against Italy, they fell behind early and had to spend all game sort of trying to fight their way back. That game they started with Petri Metikainen, Elrica Isometsa, Jesse Mursu, and Anni Kyroläinen, veteran-laden lineup. All of whom are sort of part of the old guard for the Finnish squad. And we've just seen slowly but steadily the team being sort of taken over by the younger players, Vuoronen and Östergaard. And really when Vuoronen entered the game alongside Mursu, that's when the game against Italy turned around for Finland. And you have to wonder what might have happened had they started with that lineup and played that the entire game. Of course, it's easy to second guess when you're sitting out here. And of course, it's really difficult for these national team coaches to have a feel for their team. These teams play very few international games, and figuring out exactly the right combination can be very difficult. And we see almost every team sort of gradually throughout the tournament figuring out their most effective lineup. And I don't think the Finns got it exactly right off the bat there in their game one against Italy. The Finns, they make the substitution back to they bring in Metikainen, the aforementioned Metikainen, and Elrica Isometsa.
No, I thought that 20 was playing, but I think
This is closer to that starting lineup they brought against Italy, with Metikainen, Isometsa, and Vuoronen, the handstick players, and Mursu on the bench. Couple of substitutions for the Spanish as well during the break. It's Antonio Rodriguez, as I spoke about earlier. He has been rotating with Asier Sanchez. In has come Jordi Valle as well, instead of Granada, of course. had to go all the way through the bench there for Spain. Granada and Sanchez was taking place at the end of it. Small contingent, small smattering of Finnish fans down here at one end. Of course, the Finns and the Spanish, the two teams who faces the longest travel to get to Denmark. So only a few select friends and family are in the stands. Plenty of people filing in, though, slowly, in anticipation for the semifinals coming up later. We have Denmark, of course, playing the next game, so pretty sure the arena will be full. Once again, Fernandez loses his stick. Padilla sort of circles around it. And the referee calls for a face-off. Due to the dropped stick of Fernandez? Once again, Dotto will argue with with the Spanish. We'll have another technical timeout to fix sort of the armband or bracelet that Fernandez wears to avoid this type of situation. It hasn't worked particularly well in this game. The second time he loses his stick. You see here, it sort of gets caught with Vuorinen's. There you see a little bracelet. Fernandez possibly one of those players that is right on the edge of dropping the hand stick and putting a T-stick on. He doesn't use it much, it has to be said. I think actually he might benefit from making the switch. He could be a little more physical in his defensive responsibilities. Plus shave off a point for this his Spanish team. So here's Vuorinen. Up 6-2, only a minute gone here in the second half. Isometsa, the Finnish veteran. Looks for Vuorinen. Vuorinen wasn't quite ready for that pass. Here's Padilla, finds Rodriguez, one-on-one with Ahonen. Ooh, Ahonen keeps him away. Vuorinen drops his stick. Instead it's Isometsa the other way. I think Rodriguez will be disappointed to not get a shot off there. Mettikainen had a look at it too. Oh, helter-skelter action here early in the second half. Isometsa's shot, save. The Villanueva blocks the shot from Vuorinen, and now a penalty is called. And Villanueva will be booked for, I think, and it carries with it a 2-minute suspension as he moves the goal in his attempt to save the ball. That's not allowed, and it's a penalty and a 2-minute suspension for the Spanish goalkeeper. The Spanish will have to quickly assign a new goalkeeper. They don't carry a backup goalkeeper on the roster. So there's a scramble on the bench looking for a non-red colored jersey. I think it will be a Jolivalle who will be fitted with a jersey here. So a slight delay as Jolivalle is assigned the goalkeeper job. Typically, this is here we see that's a shot from Izumetsa, and Villanueva, sensing he was in a hurry, ended up moving the goal. Villanueva clearly doesn't agree and turns his back on the referee. He sort of knew what was coming. So here's Vuoronen against Valle. And it's an easy finish for Vuoronen. And so now Valle can lose the jersey again. And the Spanish will substitute in Villanueva. The goal, of course, ends the Spanish suspension. Valle, I imagine, doesn't have a ton of experience in goal, and I'm afraid it showed there. All it took was a little fake with the shoulders from Vuoronen, and he opened up a gap behind Valle. So we can get back into it. A 5-goal deficit now for Spain. Oh, Izumetsa almost loses it. Padilla there, opportunistically. He follows Izumetsa around the net. It's generally a no-no, but as he receives help from Rodriguez, he can send it to Fernandez. Nice job there on the forecheck from Padilla. Padilla once again sends it deep to Rodriguez. A nice save from Ahonen. Nice play by Spain. And we'll have a Spain timeout, I think. Yeah. Substitution. Out goes Fernandez. And in comes Ivan Gonzalez. And play will resume with a free ball for Finland. Vuoronen, a shot and a score. There's the Vuoronen we've seen so far in the tournament. He has taken a couple of minutes to get warm now, but that right hand heating up. Here's Vuoronen, back the other way. Look out for the shot. Here it comes. Villanueva ready for it. Jasmine Ahonen, though, with the rebound. Oh, a fight for it in front. But Villanueva has it under control and will hold on for a goal ball. Padilla with a shot and a score. Well, it may have been Rodriguez, excuse me. So this game very much continuing the trend of high-scoring games in this tournament. I really can't remember seeing so many goals. Here's Vuoronen, one on, going backwards. I really can't recall seeing so many goals in a single tournament as we have this time around. Not only when very close to sneaking in, but Villanueva eventually will collect. But also when the stronger teams meet each other, we've seen multiple double-digit games where the totals have reached 20 and at the very least in the high teens. Ooh, nice pass from Padilla. Rodriguez could almost reach it. Oh, nice shot by Rodriguez, but Ahonen there to keep it away. So a little Spanish life here. Padilla gets to the edge, but again looking for Rodriguez. Again Rodriguez, but can't quite collect. Here's Vuoronen. An ambitious attempt from Vuoronen. Steals it from Padilla, but the Spanish captain gets away with it. Here's Rodriguez into the boards, and with today's nice pass here from Padilla. Down deep to Rodriguez. That's a beautiful goal. Very hard finish for Rodriguez to pull off at basically 0 degrees. Spain showing a little life lately, but obviously still have a mountain to climb here. It's going to be pretty interesting tomorrow if this goes the way we think it will. We'll play Belgium for the 7th place in the tournament. Well, that's not a huge amount of importance to that game, but it's going to be fought for hard, I think, by the two teams to get their first win of the tournament. At shot by Rodriguez. Have almost the same play there, but kept out by Ahonen. Vuoronen just in front of 3 Spanish defenders trying to block the shot. Look at this shot by Rodriguez from no angle at all. Great stuff. Zumetza with a similar position, but she whiffs completely on the shot. It almost went in anyway. Vuoronen back to Metikainen. The Spanish send pressure. Padilla to Rodriguez. Ooh. Gets the shot off, but Ahonen wise to it. Vuoronen with the backhand, but it's blocked by plenty of Spaniards. Padilla. Oh, nice shot by Rodriguez. Once again from a very narrow angle, this time though with the forehand. Oh. Just an inch of daylight there in front of Ahonen, who was in pretty good position. Vuoronen. And Metikainen is the one deep for Finland. Spain is very brave, sending a lot of pressure. Oh, here's Vuoronen, a nice pass from Itzo Metsä. And here we'll have another penalty. Villanueva once again moving the goal in his effort to save the ball. I'm not quite sure what happens here. I think technically he'll have to receive another booking. Seems harsh that his second yellow card would be a send-off. Maybe not. Maybe the referee ruled this violation incidental. So he will spare Villanueva his second yellow card of the day. Vuoronen with his second penalty shot of the day is equally successful as the first. I think he may have lost control on his way down there. He was able to, there you see, gets in a little too deep. It may have actually helped out in getting Villanueva out of position. I don't love the positioning from Villanueva anyway. But, so the Spanish comeback is snuffed out once again by the Finns with another penalty shot. Villanueva has been spinning around all tournament, playing a very sort of active, animated type of goalkeeping. Possibly the polar opposite to to that of Ahonen in the finish goal. Oh, here's Rodriguez. Oh, saved there by Ahonen. Ahonen, a much more calm goalkeeper, focused on pinpoint positioning instead of the spectacular spinning saves that we've seen from Villanueva. I guess when you're that active, I guess you run the risk of bumping into the goal every now and then. Padilla. And foul goes against the Spanish, and we'll have a Finnish free ball in front of goal. Muosu to Vuorinen. Vuorinen over to his backhand side. Forehand now. Shot. Just about saved by Villanueva. And the rebound pulled in by Rodriguez. He has Padilla in the corner if he wants it. Behind the back now, maybe. Instead, he waits till the last moment with the pass, but Vuorinen able to pick it off. Another pass in front by Vuorinen. Muosu the finish. Just wide. Muosu to Vuorinen, but couldn't quite connect. And Rodriguez moved the board there by about 6 feet. Take a moment to clean that up. Of course, it'll be a free ball for Finland. So we'll have the customary speed check here with Antonio Rodriguez. Meanwhile, we've had a Finnish substitution. In has come young Walter Östergaard, and out has gone the not young Petteri Metikainen. Nice shot here from Rodriguez. Tough luck for Ahonen, who was in great position, but yeah, leave an inch of daylight on at this level, and you'll pay the price. The second penalty shot, penalty sort of call. He did save the ball there, Villanueva, but clearly in an illegal fashion. And Rodriguez celebrates his exoneration from any suspicion of speeding. Muosu, a shot blocked by Villanueva. It's going to be a Spanish ball, despite the fact that it was off of Villanueva. Maybe a foul was called before. 9-4 the score, 8 minutes to go. The Spanish really will have to get on with it. Valle is sort of knocked out of his headrest here. That could be dangerous. A brief stoppage in play then to fix Valle's headrest. Didn't learn much from that replay. I'm not sure I can tell how it became a Spanish ball. So it's a referee ball, but I expect Vuoronen to just tap it back to the Spanish. It's a sign of sportsmanship. The only reason the play was stopped was due to Valle being knocked out of his headrest. But he looks for a pass for Rodriguez, but it was a very obvious one, so Musso intercepts it. A great quick shot from Vuoronen is saved by the spinning Spaniard, Mika Villanueva. Rodriguez tries to fit a pass for Gonzalez, who just tips it over the net for the Finnish goal, and it's a high ball, but that was a really nice move from Rodriguez to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, I think, is yet to score in this tournament. He came awfully close there. Vuoronen, backhander, blocked by Badia. Back the other way goes the Spanish. Rodriguez, a shot saved by Ahonen, who's calling for his opponents to tell him where the ball is. It is just outside the crease. Yeah. And here we get a green card for Rodriguez. Reaching in there with his stick. The Spanish are very high up in their pressure now, surrounding this free ball. Vuoronen. Will look to find Mursu, I'm sure. Rodriguez muscling his way through in reverse. Moments after receiving a green card. Another broken stick. This time it's Östergaard. Man, the teams are churning through broken sticks. Like you wouldn't believe. What's going on? It's going to be a Spanish ball, I think. Östergaard was absent from that little situation there. Getting a new stick. So strange how these patterns sort of develop during a tournament. I remember 2022 being the year of the T-stick goal. So a record number of scores from T-stick players. I think 2024 will be the year of the broken stick. Shot from Rodriguez. A nice pass once again by Badia. Mursu sends it to Voronen. Around Badia, backhand. Blocked by Badia, who made his way back into the situation. Villanueva again leaving his crease. And now he and Valle is sort of in trouble here. How are they going to work their way out of this one? And I think ultimately Østergaard is called for offensive interference. Or excuse me, offside in the crease. But again, I mean, Villanueva, when he leaves this crease, it seems a little rash to me. It creates more chaos than there needs to be, in all honesty. I think he needs to watch some of the tape here from this tournament, and here's Padilla. Shot by Ahonen, just sitting completely still. But yeah, really frustrated. Generally a calm, positive demeanor, but he might be at the end of his rope. Here with the 4th consecutive loss of the tournament. Rodriguez is bumped by Ahonen. Ahonen leaves his crease this time to a lot greater effect. So he's able to just sort of cover off the opponent and let his handstick players play the ball. Again, some confusion on the scorers table. Assistant referee Davo Matijasevic. And finally, the Finns are allowed to make their substitutions. In comes Ojala and Kiolainen instead of Jasmi Ahonen and Vuoronen. So like-for-like substitutions here. Kiolainen has fallen out of favor with her coaches. With Ahonen sort of becoming the preferred option. Here's Ojala. And he'll bring the ball out. He'll need to get around Gonzalez. He does here. Ojala, a shot blocked by Badia. Ojala, nice pass to Østergaard, but Østergaard couldn't quite get his stick to it in time. Badia here. Met by two Finns, tries to thread a pass in between them. They'll have to settle for the loose ball. Badia is shot, blocked by Østergaard. Ojala. So here's Oyala. We'll find Muasu, maybe. No, instead he keeps it. Now he has the backhand against Badia, but... the ball somehow sneaking through. Villanueva receives a consolatory tab on the head by Badia. Oh, so here's Oyala, the backhand shot. I don't know how that made it through. Again, one of those, the Finnish have had a couple of those shots that really weren't much of a, wasn't a great look. Basically was saved by the goalkeeper, but then somehow trickled its way through. Badia, the shot. Blocked by Ahonen. Rodri. Shot from deep, just wide. I think Ahonen had the corner covered, though. Muasu, 2 minutes to go in this second playoff game of the European Championships. And our minds can slowly start to wander towards the quote-unquote real playoffs when Denmark will be facing the Netherlands in the semi-final in about an hour's time. Valle again, I was about to say lost his head. It's not quite right, but he's sort of knocked out of his headrest. So strapped back in. All smiles is Valle, so seems to be okay. We'll have another face-off here at midcourt, and once again I expect Oyala to tap the ball back to the Spanish. Maybe not. Yeah. The shot from Rodriguez just wide. Once again. Fought for along the boards. 50 seconds to go or so. "55 minutes to go until the semi-final between the hosts Denmark and the Dutch world champ, the Dutch favorites for the tournament. A lot of contact here late, really unnecessary that this game escalates in a sort of physical way. No need, 30 seconds to go. But he is so frustrated with the way he's being refereed. One for the road for the Finnish fans as Oyala breaks through once more. So as mentioned, this sets up a duel for Badia. So a little uptick in scoring here in the late moments. 11-5 now the score. And we are behind by 2 slow motion replays now. We'll see if we can make that up during the post game. Time is out on this Spain-Finland playoff game. So Spain will face off tomorrow morning against Belgium. They will compete for who gets to not finish last. It'll be an interesting matchup. Usually those games, the last games of the tournament, typically between the 2 lowest ranked teams. Usually that's a fun loose game. You get to see them sort of show some of the skills that they haven't quite been able to due to being up against superior opponents. So it's going to be really interesting to me, and those games are always a lot of fun, and so I hope you'll join me tomorrow morning to see Spain and Belgium going at it. After that game, it will be was it maybe Östergaard who finished off the move there? And here's the goal from Badia. It's a simple drag over to the forehand. Not a lot of room there either under the stick of Östergaard and between the wheels of Ahonen. Tomorrow Finland will face Switzerland for the game to decide who finished 5th in the tournament. Swiss will be favored for that one, but Finland really has shown a proclivity for playing to their opponent's level. Sometimes that means playing down to the level of Belgium, but it can also mean playing up to the level of Italy and Denmark, and if they can hang with the Swiss, that would be one of those mini wins for a team who has a little ways to go to join the top of the tables. So with the pictures of Danish fans slowly filing into the arena for the much anticipated matchup between Denmark and the Netherlands. Remember, the Netherlands basically favored for every game they've played for the last, 10 years. Heck, if not more. Have only really lost 2 games in the last decade or so, and it's been to Denmark both times. Semifinals at the World Cup in 2018, and most recently in the final of the World Cup in 2022 down in Switzerland. So there's a lot of bad blood in that matchup. The Dutch are confident that they are the better team, but they just haven't been able to get by the Danes. The Danes have some sort of magic potion that that they use to stifle that impressive offense of the Dutch. It's sort of been written in the stars that the Dutch and Danes would face off again. See if third time's the charm for the Dutch, or if the Danes can pull off another upset. I'm sorry. Once again, the Dutch have looked incredibly tough, incredibly strong here early on in the tournament, but and the Danes have struggled a bit, falling to Italy yesterday and only eking out a narrow victory against the Finns. So once again, going into that matchup, the Danish-Dutch matchup, the Dutch would be heavy favorites. But, and I would think if it was any two other teams, I would say, well, you know, the Dutch are going to win. But it's Denmark. The Dutch just haven't been able to crack that Danish defense. And Denmark has been lethal on the counterattacks in those matchups. Close games each time, but ultimately with the Danes coming out on top. So will the Danes repeat the upset for a third time in a row? Or will the Dutch finally show who's boss? It will be an extremely intense atmosphere in here, I'm sure. Obviously a ton of Danish fans with Denmark playing at home. And we know always the Dutch travel extremely well, so they have brought a large contingent of fans as well. So really, I think it's going to be the match of the day. It might be match of the whole tournament. So I can't wait to get on that game. That'll be in about 50 minutes time now. At 15:15, so 3:15, we will be ready with the national anthems and so on. A few minutes before that, I hope you'll tune in to that one as well. Really, honestly, I can't imagine you won't. It's such an exciting matchup between two of the best teams in the world. It's a must watch, honestly, and I hope you'll join me alongside Jan Uniga, I believe, for some Dutch on Dane action. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you later.
no rocks. That's
Yeah. Yes. We have problem. Oh no, we are still. Those are pro. The holes. The holes.
yes, you have to count them if they are legal.
Okay.
Yeah, but how much?
But we have to check that there's not a level as
Will you survive?
Going for only for one match.
They signed it away, so yes. It was in 2 minutes over because they signed. I just told him. Yeah, keep it. And that's why I have it in. Not so obvious what you're doing. Ich bin auf Deutsch sprechen. Aber mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich spreche ein klein bisschen Deutsch, aber ich verstehe es. Aber spreche ich Sie?
when he was walking away, I realized he had
Yeah.
we want to put tomorrow
Yeah,
It's not like it's a problem if the Russian is going to happen. Russians are not here.
Yeah, maybe also that simplicity makes it improbable. If you've got someone from the computer or something,
Actually, this one is worse. Bingo. Oh no, it was speed control. This one.
Because he told me the password on his school. On his school. The password of the Wi-Fi. Did you do it with your homework? So every time what is the student of the Wi-Fi, you are homework. came up with the match. Yeah. Because that is affect what is happening. The first of group A to the second of group B.
I like the number of the match.
Yeah. Oh, on votes. I had to make clear also for myself what was happening. I'm going to take this with you. I'm going to eat my breakfast. I think that's my goal.
You will need to do that.
I go. Do you know what happened yesterday when Netherlands was here and we said that Netherlands and cameraman Malcolm and take the show? You know, today I go sometimes during the match I go there and check the things. Yeah,
Wow. Total red. You say total red. Very fun. It's great. You change the heat and the like a fire. Very fast. I think it's total red. It's blood. Oh, wow.
figura 10, però
Ma non può neanche fare il rigore. Quindi è come se fosse un'abilità per la panchina fuori. I rigori ci sono il puntello, il 12, non può spiegare il 12. Quindi 5 giocatori, infatti li possiamo mettere qua. Quelli altri dobbiamo già controllare. Lì del 17 onda che abbiamo fatto al match 4. Poi un po' ci confrontiamo un attimo, perché in realtà più che seguire quello devo seguire quello che succede qua. Lo so, poi ci sarà la locale del campo. Questa è una partita molto bella. Cioè l'Olanda dovrebbe andare per un primo tempo tranquillo, il manager. Dall'8 e mezzo sono più io. No, mi ritrovo molto in quello che sto dicendo.